Hello everyone, welcome to this series of tutorials on cybersecurity. I am Deepak Unyal, and in previous lecture we have discussed the way we can add or delete user using various commands. After that we saw a method of switching users where we logged out of current users first and then we entered credential to enter some another user, right? But you can do all those things using a simple command in a terminal. So before we come to that, we should learn how many kind of user are there in Linux system and a little bit about those users. So when we are talking about a Linux system, it has basically three kind of user. One is system, another is root user, and third is a normal user. So root has all the privileges, or we can say unrestricted privileges. System executes some processes or functionalities such as mail, and it logs into the Linux system when we start a system. And then there is a normal user. It can perform only few tasks, like it doesn't have all the privileges which root user have, but there are some commands like su. You can use it to switch to another user. You can provide username here, and if you can switch to another user which have some unrestricted privileges, then you can perform those actions also. So what does this su means? Su means substitute user, or it means super user, or it means switch user. So now you know that we can switch user using this command. Rather you should use su, then an hyphen, space and username. So what is the difference between these two commands? You can omit this thing, but you should not omit this, because if you omit this you can experience some different results what user would have got from his account, because this makes user log into another account, or this makes you log into another account with your environment variables. Let us suppose you are a root user and you are trying to log into some another user abcd. If you write just this command without this dash or hyphen, environment variables of root will go to this user's account at that time, right? So there might be difference in results. So when you change user or switch user using this command, you can perform all the tasks and then write exit, enter, and come out of this user, right? So let us see this in action first. Okay, so do one thing, add a new user xyz and create its password, full name xyz, and leave all the fields like this. Now you have created the user. You can use cat command and etc password file to check whether xyz exists, and you can see xyz is there. If you want to switch to this xyz, you have to use su hyphen space and then xyz. Now you can see here at the prompt, now root has been changed by xyz. Now try to run some of the commands that this user we think can do. So try to add xyz or some another user, maybe abc, and you can see here add user, only root may add a user or group to the system. So we are not able to add a user, right? Can we check the content of a file? And yes, we can do so, right? But we are not able to make some changes what a root can do. Now try to install something. Sudo apt-get install python 3, and now see this. We trust you have received the usual lecture from local system administrator. It usually boils down to these three things: respect the privacy, think before you type, and with great power comes great responsibility. Now it's asking me for password, and now see I have entered my password because it asked for password, right? Now it is saying xy is not in the sudoers file, and this incident will be reported. So what does it mean? That I am not a sudo user, or XYZ is not a sudo user. That means it cannot perform some privileged actions. So what we have to do? We have to add this user to the sudoers file, and that we are going to do in next lecture. Before that, I will tell you one thing. There are two commands. One is su and another is sudo. So what is the difference between su and sudo? So let us see the difference. We have a su command. What su command does, it gives you some privileges that are only allocated to sudo users or super users. So after this command, it will be asking you password of the sudo, and then you can run all the commands using these privileges. But there is a problem with this, because once you log into some another user or sudo user, you might forget to log out from that, and in that case it is dangerous, because anyone can use that sudo privileges to make some accidental modifications, right? So then there is another utility which is called sudo. And what does sudo do? It asks you to enter sudo first and then some command. Anytime you will enter this command, it will ask you for the password. Every time you enter this command, you will ask for password. So what will happen in this case? There is nothing like you can forget of logging out, right? Because this is one command. Once you execute this command, it is done. If you want to execute another command of sudo privileges, you have to again enter sudo and then command, and it will go on, right? So this is how you can work with su or sudo. Both are similar, but sudo is more secure. Now try to see how you can log out from this user. So what you have to do, you have to type exit, press enter, and now you can see you are logged out of this XYZ and you are in root again. So if you want to delete the user, what you have to do, del user XYZ, and now this is done. If you see cat again, you will see that XYZ is deleted and now ABCD is there. So I think this is enough for this lecture. In the next lecture, we are going to add our users to the sudo file or sudoers file. So if you have any doubt or query till now, you can write in the comments. I will surely respond back. So I will come with a new concept in next lecture. Till then, thank you so much.